Ladies, gentlemen, let the show begin. Alright, do you like video games? And I know you do. What about entertainment? We got that too. Video game, Armada, video game Armada. What's the name? Video game Armada.
Hey guys, what's going on? Take a seat.
Okay. Okay, cool.
How you guys doing?
Batman, what did you do with Bronze?
Well, after the last Deadpool review, I don't think my opinions were quite, expressed thoroughly. So I decided to do what he did me and lock him in the closet.
Batman?
Well, you see, Alfred told me that there was a new Batman movie, and at first I thought it was the Batman Lego movie coming in 2017. But, as it turns out, I was wrong, and it was this movie, so I used my bat buying powers and watched the movie, and I have a lot of things to say.
Oh gosh, I don't get enough of this guy on Arkham Asylum reviews.
Yeah, I know, but the good thing is that you're not playing, you're just listening to me talk, which is infinitely much better.
I don't think Bronze is going to like this.
No, he probably won't, but hey, I'm Batman, I don't care what he thinks.
I know, but Bats, sometimes you have to compromise.
I'm Batman, I don't compromise.
Well,
The only way people are going to learn about my opinions if I make them to.
I think
That's a direct quote from the movie.
The movie is Batman versus Superman, and now you're getting ready to have Batman versus Boss Bronze.
I know, right?
Doesn't end well.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, no offense, but he's some nerd playing video games. I fight Darkseid, I'll be alright. Now let's talk about this movie. I know that you usually talk about the story, right?
Aren't we going to do the intro first?
What
See,
intro?
He doesn't even know about the intro.
Look, we'll show you. You can follow through. You'll be the last one. So for example, and as you've seen in the playthroughs on Arkham Asylum, you know that I am the Informational Emperor, True Backlash.
And I am the First Lady of Media Blue.
Huh. You do that here, too.
Yeah.
That's weird.
And you are...
Guess. I am the Vengeance. I am the Knight. I am Batman. If you didn't know that I said I am Batman a couple of times, I am Batman.
And folks, welcome to the wonderful world of VG Armada.
Yeah. So let's do that intro. Batman and Superman. So should I be referring to Matt Damon? I mean, Matt Damon, he's not even in
That
this.
is not even right. It's Ben Affleck. This is already going as well as your playthroughs of my game. Mistakes everywhere.
Whatever. They're from the same place. They're a Goodwill Hunting together. Whatever.
Batman, you kind of have to be a little patient. With
Oh
us.
yeah, all white people look alike to you. Is that it? Call me a racist.
Batman.
You're such a racist.
Oh, my
Okay.
goodness.
Okay. Well, Ben Affleck then. Should
Thank
I
you.
refer to him as you, meaning you be Bruce Wayne, which you're denying, or should I just call him Batman?
No, he's the actor playing as me in this movie.
Okay. All right. So.
I mean, a lot of people gave him flack for Daredevil and other things he does, but I think he did a portrayal of me very well. But
We
we're
haven't gotten to that part
Yes.
we
yet.
haven't got. Well, I was just saying.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
gonna let him do his thing,
Bats.
but he's confrontational.
Yeah, well,
Take it away,
okay.
Backlash.
So the actor portraying Batman over here is Ben Affleck. So basically, what ends up happening? If you remember, spoiler town for anyone who's watched Man of Steel, okay? If you remember what happened in that movie, Metropolis was pretty much destroyed. What we didn't see was there was a Wayne Enterprises building, and Bruce Wayne was in a city for reasons. And a bunch of his employees that he was fond of got killed. One particularly got his legs.
Don't say too much. We don't want to spoil it.
That's a spoiler. That's mistake number 2. I think I put the wrong one in the closet.
Oh gosh. I mean, I didn't see that as a spoiler, but I guess it is. But let's just say a lot of people in that building got killed or injured or maimed, and it wasn't a pretty sight. It basically took Bruce. Bruce saw Superman and Zod fighting in the sky while he clutched a little girl who had just lost her mom, and he was like, he's like acting like you now, like I am vengeance, I am the Knight, I am Batman. Fast forward to 18 months later. Superman is beloved by most of the world. except when he's not. As as it turns out, there's people who don't like Superman. People don't like him because he feel he's too godlike. People who don't like him because his actions, or how as noble as they may be, or the consequences from his actions, stemmed in death. People think he's arrogant, and a lot of it's lies. Some of it is sadly the truth, but a lot of it is just smearing his good name. Among those who feel that way is Batman, who again he lost a lot of friends and coworkers during that brawl with Zod.
Just to make it clear, though, the Batman in the film, not the Batman right here reviewing this movie.
Yeah, yes.
That's the disclaimer for the movie.
Disclaimer.
Ergo.
All right. So
Argo.
As things go on, Superman, as Clark Kent, a media journalist, knows about the Batman, and clearly we know that Affleck Batman knows about Superman. Things come to a head when they meet each other at Lex Luthor's party. Lex Luthor being played by Jesse Eisenberg. People thought he'd be like a goofball because he's besmirched the name of Lex Luthor.
He kind of a goofball.
But this Lex Luthor is a Lex Luthor Jr., so it's okay. It's not the Lex we come to know and love, or even that Luthor was from Germany apparently, according to TV tropes, but in the movie. So either way, it's like a mix of the Lex Luthor and his son, but it's still good. But that's where everything starts to break down. You see, things start to get messy with Superman's rep. Lex Luthor, because he's Lex Luthor, is clearly hiding something. And it just starts to unravel, and something much bigger. It's day of a dawn of some kind of justice starts to take place.
That was unsubtle.
Possibly.
I like this story from the movie. There is a bit more subtlety and nuance in the character development than Batman punches a guy in the face for being evil, but that's not exactly a bad thing. This is taken off of Frank Miller's piece of work about me. I forget about it at the time. I didn't finish reading the bio. I know it's unlike me, but you have to forgive me. I'm doing double duty. Anyway, the portrayal of the character between Batman here is maybe a grizzled-like veteran of the streets, such like me. I'm cranking almost 100 years old over here, but Ben Affleck is probably in his early 40s, so that relates very well. Superman, he's fresh, young, come out of nowhere, and with all these powers, he wants to do good, but he doesn't understand how the world works. So in the movie, there's confrontation between old man and young buck.
Yeah, well, I mean, I like the story too. I was expecting something. People were trashing it. I was either going to be a Marvel-like epic or something bland and boring, and it was really neither. It was good in its own merit. Yeah, I mean, we've had dark superhero movies before, but they somehow managed to keep Superman. In fact, they actually legged him up a bit from the last movie where his dad was keeping him, dragging him down, like, no, son.
Well, he's his own man. He's a Superman.
Yeah.
So he gets to do things his own way now.
And it's like, it was a little cluttered, I'll admit. But at the same time, they were trying to. I think there was one person who said it best. They tried to put two movies in one movie, but you know what? The way they did it, I think it really worked out quite well. I wish I could have seen more Batman fighting, but
I saw plenty enough fighting scenes in there for me. I mean, it was probably two, but it was very well done too.
It was very well done.
That's just like how I do it, except less cape tugging and more me punching things in the face.
Yeah, so I think that was good. Blue?
I actually loved the movie. I thought that they did a really fine job with what they had. They had a huge amount on their plate, and they managed to do it very well. I saw where there were some timeline similarities between each of the Batman movies and the Superman movies, and they managed to work them well into this one unified movie. I also saw where there were some some amazing analogies. And I don't really want to say too much here because we are going to do a aftermath where, you know, you folks who've already seen the movie won't have any spoilers that, you know, we might reveal and that will ruin these things for you. Your discovery is important when you go see this movie because there were things that I'm so glad that they didn't reveal in any of the individual interviews that the actors had, nor the movie trailers. They just didn't show you these parts. So when we saw the movie, they were great. They were great discoveries. So we'll save all those things for the aftermath show. But know that there is some analogies that, you know, you'll recognize. It is a good, clean movie for kids. Kids can go see it. And
Really?
Yeah, yes, but the kids can see it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. This is no trash like Deadpool.
No.
But I don't know.
Well,
There's a few, you know, very crazy images in there.
It's not
very psychedelic, I'll say.
Well, fair enough, but you know what? It's actually not quite as dark as Man of Steel. You're just Bison, like. You'll get what I'm saying because that's still very a crucial plot point. It's like the Rosebud sled. Whoops. Sorry,
anyway, but you know, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, I think kids can still see it. I mean, there may be a part that a parent might need to, you know, somehow explain away. But I think overall, it's still a movie that the kids would love. And get your tickets early because, you know, we went and honestly, it was like not two seats together in the whole house. It was almost like it was a sellout. So, you know, I'm thinking everybody's anticipating this movie. And even when we left the theater, there were still droves of people that were running to get into the theater. And it was great. I thought the use of
I didn't have any trouble, by the way.
Well, no, because
I was Batman.
He's a celebrity. He can just walk in, and nobody even questions him.
But the rest of you guys, yeah, it was kind of like the mass of humanity.
I think he even disappeared up there.
I saw the Joker in there somewhere.
A lot of Jokers in there.
Yeah, pretty much. So,
I think the use of cameos was really exceptional in this movie. I'm usually not a real fan for cameos because oftentimes there's very little value add that, you know, a walk-on, walk-off other than the name attraction for the movie. But in this case, the cameos were great. They were well-placed. They were well-timed. And they had significance and relevance. So I really appreciated it. Like, you know, Lawrence Fishburne. I loved his role. I don't know if we'd really consider him a cameo. He had a little bit more of an extended role than just that. But just to see him there, he had relevance. He was good as Perry. He did a great job. And then, of course, we had... it was another cameo in there, Backlash. I know there was another one.
We're talking about a real person or a character?
A real person that did a cameo presence that showed up. Kevin Costner. I thought that was pretty cool. I will say, yeah, he was great.
Well, we can't go
I'm not going to go into it. Yeah, but, you know, those little quickies were really well done. There were a couple others I won't talk about, but I loved the movie. I thought it was great action.
Yeah, it was. So now talking about Jonathan Kent and Perry White, we should get into the characters, don't you think?
Actually, if I recall correctly, the new format is that we lump all that together in the story as well as the characters, and then we move on to the goods and the bads. I've been doing my homework.
Yes, you have.
You've been spying on us. You've been hacking our interface.
Boss will like that. Where did you lock him away? I don't even hear him.
Good.
That's worrisome.
Right, well,
the drugs are working.
So to be quick,
that's okay. They're not having for me.
He's gonna be going to rehab. But let me just do my quick summary on the characters, just to get it out of the way, because it has to be said.
He's gonna do it anyway.
I'll make it quick.
He's like this on my show too. He just doesn't stop.
All right.
Play good. Stop talking.
Whatever. Let me just say this about these two, because people were worried about Ben Affleck after Daredevil, which I thought
Batfleck, as I like to call him.
It was just it was fine, and then Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. Ben Affleck was awesome as Batman. He is such Bruce Wayne. He apparently is a Batman fan, so he's a fan of yours. He's so
everyone's a fan of me, especially me, and I'm Batman.
He was incredibly nuanced. He managed to get the three faces of Batman: the Bruce Wayne, the Bruce Wayne Batman hybrid face, the Batman where his voice changed like yours is like now with a sore throat, but it wasn't done.
See, I don't get that. I mean, all these Batmans after Bale have this weird voice.
It starts with Kevin Conroy.
Oh, you don't think your voice is weird, huh?
Not at all. It's a natural voice.
Yeah.
But they keep making my voice weird for some reason.
Okay.
And Kevin Conroy did it right. That was what my voice sounds like now.
Okay.
But at least in the film, in this film,
It was robotic.
It was robotic,
I
so I
love
can
that.
understand
It
that.
was good. It was clever. And then you only briefly saw Lex Luthor's party. There's that Playboy Bruce. He appeared all happy-go-lucky, like no cares in the world. That was spot on.
what I don't understand is what is he was into my film. I mean, Bruce Wayne is an awesome cat and handsome and rich, but he has nothing to do with Batman at all.
No,
At all.
I
Those scenes were weird.
But well,
Yeah, okay.
yeah. And
How
then,
old are you now?
Huh?
Almost 100?
Yeah.
You forgot about those really fun days.
let's see, Luthor. Luthor was good. I won't go into detail because that would be a lot of spoilers. But if you just are stuck by your opinion of Luthor by those trailers, don't go see the movie if you think he.
He kind of reminded me of a cross between Lex Luthor and the Joker. And
Yeah.
that's just me.
No, it's not just you. Apparently, it's been going around the internet.
Well, you know what? It's really funny because I actually saw a lot of modernistic slants on these characters. And quite frankly, I'm sure that other people will maybe notice this, but I saw a lot of similarities in this character and our dear friend from Facebook,
Zuckerberg. Yeah.
Zuckerberg.
And that's possible because Jesse Eisenberg was that him too.
Absolutely. I actually think that was an intentional deal.
Yeah.
I think that they wanted to give this a modern day spin, and I think that this dude with his wealth and possible maniacal presence could conceivably be someone like a Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't make LexCorp into LexBorg.
Lex book. Oh gosh. Now let's get to the goods because it's so popular.
I didn't do my part.
Okay, do your part.
Okay, he must have taken it all because Boss Braun's not here to watch him. Anyway, yeah,
You know, he's a bit of a dictator tyrant, isn't he?
I actually thought the characters were awesome too. I agree with very much of what Backlash has stated. Now, I absolutely love Superman. I don't think that, that we mentioned how relevant he was in the story, and it's a given because he's certainly the centralized character. But, his was kind of a steely, no pun intended, presence with the silence. I mean, a lot of his acting chops were derived from scenes where he said very little. It was an emotional thing, and again, when he did his action scenes, very little was said there, but he quickly delivered. And I thought too, also, Jesse Eisenberg did a great job in playing a new spin on Lex, because in spite of the fact that we've seen Lex Luthor in so many Superman films, I kind of thought he was kind of a boring bad guy. I really did. There was only one I really appreciated him in, and that's back in the day when he was played by
Gene Hackman?
Gene Hackman. I thought he was amazing, but all the others, including the cartoon Lex Luthor's, it was just kind of like, okay. But this guy here was good, and I thought he offered some new fresh blood.
I gotta give Clancy Brown from the Superman the Animated Series some credit. I think he did okay. He wasn't the most excitable character, but he was planning, conniving, sneaky. I could see that in this Lex too, but not completely, because it's a mix of different characters.
My favorite Lex Luthor is the one in jail. That's all I gotta say about that.
Well done.
Well done. All right.
And then my last little thing too is I got to give props to Jeremy Irons, because I did think he and Lawrence Fishburne did a great job. Now, he was out of the box. He was not the normal Alfred character by any stretch. But again, like in the Eisenberg character, I do believe Jeremy Irons brought a little fresh face to Alfred, a little new energy to Alfred that he normally doesn't have.
I could tell he took a page out of Gotham, because that Alfred's more or less say, well, that Alfred has a cook me out that he does, but he's a younger Alfred. He's a more in-your-face Alfred, more ready to get into the action, and he disagrees with how Bruce is handling himself.
I agree.
So I still think that's pretty cool. Any other characters we'd like to talk about, guys?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
All right. So let's get to the good. You want to start, Bats?
Sure, why not? I always like to go first. I like the characters. Every one of them did their jobs very well. Even though I may not agree how the characters were portrayed, which I'll save for the bad part. The story was excellent. I was riveted. It was like if I didn't watch it on the screen, it was like I was back at home in Gotham City dealing with all this craziness, like right now. The action was also equally as well, but it was well directed and paced. It wasn't action for action's sake, like the Expendables. I mean, come on. Old people dressing up in all black,
Hey, it was
taking
good.
care of justice
Don't
like
knock
vigilantes.
it. Come on,
I
Bats.
don't know who does that.
Oh,
But
Bats.
he didn't even have a cape and cowl.
Oh,
That is
my
a travesty. But anyway,
Obviously, you never seen the delights of the NWO.
the what? Wrestling? Seriously?
Or even Magic Mike XXL.
Ah,
Babe,
no!
I'm all the magic mic you actually need.
Ooh.
Don't make me take off the shirt.
Oh my goodness.
I will. I
Please,
will.
please continue with the
Oh my
movie.
All right, fine. Now, I know there's a lot of you out there who's very concerned about my character, played by Ben Affleck, shooting guns in this movie. Let me tell you something. This Batman you see is not the Batman that it was always. 1930s. I had a piece. I get kill shots. It was crazy. But back in the day, everyone was worried that a bat guy vigilante with a gun may not appeal to all the, youngin' readers out there, so they took away my piece. In this movie, it was a compromise. He only used guns with people with bigger guns and missile launchers. Anything else, he straight up brawled it like a Batman dude.
Yeah, and I agree with
Yeah.
you there, because a lot of people are going to think that he portrayed, and I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, but let's just say this. In my mind, I felt that he did stand true to what the expectations of his character was, meaning Bat's character on Gun Piece. I believe that he did handle his business the way we all suspect. And also I'll keep my summation of the whole storyline short because I know we're time sensitive, but I actually thought the movie was great. Great acting and great writing. I think Ben Affleck did an outstanding job. The writers took time out to understand the characters. They took time out to put these scenes together in ways that they actually did make sense. It wasn't just like Batman said, putting two characters up there just to have action and just nothing else. I mean, there was real substance there. There was some plot line there. There was some things there that made you genuinely care about these characters, and you genuinely were pulling from your memories of who these characters were before the movie. So I actually thought they did a fine job with it. I totally enjoyed the storyline, and I thought that anybody who's out there wondering or on the fence if they should go see it, don't hesitate. Go see it.
Oh, well, as far as it's the goods, I thought I'll go with right to the underdog, Lois Lane. Where Lois Lane has always been sort of this this nebby, feminist, empowering, girl kind of character. They kind of kept that, but at the same time, they made her someone to root for, someone who's relatable. She's kind-hearted. She's friendly. She's a good person, And what she does near the end of the movie, is quite incredible. I agree with everything else you guys said otherwise, and I think to add an addendum, everyone has done a well job with their roles.
I don't understand what Superman sees in that woman. She get constantly in trouble. At least all my women know how to fight and disable an attacker at any given moment and any given time. Sure, they may be criminals, sometimes assassins, No relationship is not without its little hurdles. Let's talk about the bad, shall we?
Absolutely. Well, like I said, I wish Batman would have did some more fighting. That would have been amazing.
Are you a savage? How many times I had to tell you, Batman doesn't just fight. He does a lot of things. He's a detective. He's a people person. He's
a what?
He stealths in the night, and then he fights, and creates cool gadgets, and is also handsome.
Never
But go
thought
ahead.
I'd hear you say you were a people person.
I'm with people. Sometimes I punch them, but I'm with people.
Okay, what about poor Boss Bronze?
What? He's a person?
Backlash?
I
I thought he was a nerd.
Carry on,
Yes.
Backlash. Is that it?
um
More fighting for the bats?
well, as far as I go, like I can't. There's really not too much else to say in terms of bats. You know, it's just.
Or just general dislikes? That's
Oh,
it. That's
That,
great.
let me see. You know what? Let me see. I'm trying to think. No, there's really not too much more I could say about this.
Near perfect, just the way I like it.
It wasn't
Yeah.
near perfect. I do have some things to say. There was, my big thing is I love the boss fight at the end. I did love it, but I kind of wish the formation. Try not to spoil this. I wish that the form of the final boss at the end would have been more identifiable. I don't know. I don't want to say any more on that level.
Beautiful. That's why I love you so much.
And then the other piece that
Because you're not a nerd and you don't know these things.
and the other piece of this whole thing that I think I would have liked is a little bit more clarity. There was a piece in the middle of the movie that had some decryption, and I won't go into any more than that to say what it is because I want you to make your own mind. But the piece that was a decryption piece in the center of the movie, it was a lot of information that came forward. Some was very clear and some was unclear, and I wish they would have been a little bit more precise in making us aware if this is a dream state or if this is reality or where this is. So those were my two strongest comments here.
Those things in the movie were a little weird. I'll be honest, and I'm Batman. I see weird every day. They didn't make much sense They didn't make sense in reality, but in context, you could make your assumptions. And that's what they were betting on. If I was a betting bat.
Yeah, because I think as a betting bat, you're on target because that's leading to the next movie, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
On the whole, though, I believe that the movie, like myself, is perfect, if not near perfect. I will have to say that Jeremy Irons, who played Alfred, he's a good actor. I liked him for his ruggedness, but unfortunately, he is not Alfred. I know Alfred personally. He has a way different type of personality than this guy. Oh, sure, Alfred tells me to not kill myself and make a life for myself and stop being the Batman. But other than that, he's completely different from the looks to the proper and the manner. But that's just me from being a Batman's point of view. Everyone else wouldn't have a problem at all, really.
He's just not that same Alfred you know and love. I'm Batman.
Right.
So.
Hey! Is everyone out there? Oh, crap.
There's Boss.
Let's finish this. Don't finish.
It's
I'm
not-
giving this a platinum pass of perfection.
It's not our fault, Boss Bronze. We
I'm
I'm coming downstairs.
Alright, I gotta give the platinum pass of perfection. I'll explain why in the aftermath.
Okay, it's me, the First Lady of Media Blue, and I give it a platinum pass of perfection.
There you are. Gotta go. I give it a platinum pass of perfection, too. See you later. You get back here, you coward! Thank God. You locked me in a closet.
Oh, Boss, we're so glad to see you.
You're welcome back, bro.
You know, that guy is getting real feisty lately. I'm
We're
going to
glad
settle
to
his
see-
hash.
We're sorry
And,
that you...
and what is this? Do you guys record without me?
Yeah, I'm
Should
sorry.
have called the police.
It's over. We'll talk about it after the recording.
Yeah, you know
okay?
what? That's fine, because I'll do the aftermath
Don't
with
be
you.
mad.
I will
It's
fix
not
it.
our fault.
No, it's not your fault.
No.
It's his fault. I'll get you, Batman! Shake my fist.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'll be
The
fine.
drugs were off. We heard about that toward the
Ugh,
end.
you know what? It gave me some diarrhea. Let me tell you.
Oh,
That's why it took me so long.
Grody, and on that one, we'll end.
Yeah, this I guess is the one true Omni Gamer Boss Bronze.
And
Missing the whole thing.
And the informational Emperor True Backlash.
And again, the First Lady of Media Blue, and it's a platinum pass of perfection, I believe.
Yeah, platinum pass.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Aftermath. Watch it.
Oh, subscribe. Don't forget. Like us.
Subscribe.
Do it. Do it now. Subscribe.
All right.